Amendment number 40 by Ms. Comerford, industrial hemp and CBD.
Question comes in adoption of the amendment. The lady from Hampshire and surrounding counties.
Thank you, Mr. President, and through you to the members. I rise today in support of this amendment. With the supplemental budget, the Senate is taking a crucial step for farmers by allowing the cultivation of hemp on APR land. Kudos to my esteemed colleague, the gentleman from Pittsfield, who filed legislation to address this, and of course to the gentleman from Westport for his leadership on this issue. My district has 327 farmers that are currently placed, whose land is currently placed under an agricultural preservation restriction. With the passage of this supplemental budget, if they wish, these farmers will now be able to cultivate a new crop, hemp, to add an additional source of income. Unfortunately, at the same time, the legislature is moving to allow the cultivation of hemp on farms, and again, kudos to Senate Ways and Means. The state has promulgated regulations that effectively outlaw the sale of food products containing CBD, as well as any product with hemp as a dietary supplement and any animal feed with hemp products. This regulation is very restrictive, and it's a restrictive interpretation of federal guidance and prohibits Massachusetts farmers from entering a very lucrative market. I'll quote testimony briefly on this issue submitted by Julia Agron, a hemp farmer from my district. Quote, "My small Western Massachusetts farm has invested thousands of dollars and countless labor hours into our crop. If we are allowed to sell it as consumable flour, it has value, with a very conservative estimate of $10,000 to $50,000. Sold for biomass, however, the only option currently legal, the same crop is worth $1,000 to $5,000. Meanwhile, in Brattleboro, Vermont, within an hour of our farm, a farmer is able to sell his hemp at the farmer's market every Saturday for a price that ranges from $5 a gram to $150 a plant, with an average value of $1,000 a pound. In nearby Maine, a hemp pick your own is making news headlines. But Massachusetts farmers are completely shut out of the direct consumer market and the consumable flour, market, where the prices justify the time and care we are putting into growing artisanal hemp, which is the reason most mass hemp farmers entered the industry in the first place. It is like we were all given licenses to grow heirloom tomatoes, but are now being told that we must sell our crops to the ketchup factory." End quote. Our Commonwealth, Mr. President, must not unnecessarily restrict our farmers from entering a market which is flourishing in surrounding states. As we are expanding the ability of farmers to cultivate hemp in this supplemental budget, I hoped that we could tackle this issue as well and allow our farmers to enter the CBD market. I understand that the legislation in discussion has only just had a hearing in committee earlier this week, and so I hope that we can take action on this issue soon, Mr. President. And with that, I ask unanimous consent to withdraw this amendment.